Hey, what's up, everybody? So, coming to you this morning with the what's next, or well, today, it ain't morning anymore, with the what's next on Jose Zepeda and Ivan Baranchyk. These are two top 10 140 pounders. That's junior welterweight. They collided in a huge crossroads showdown. It ended up being a WBC eliminator on, I believe it was October 3rd. And what a fucking fight. This fight ended up going 5 rounds, ended up being a 5th round knockout victory for Zepeda, but possibly fight of the year, and definitely one of the best fights I've seen in terms of all action and knockdowns and shit. There was a total of 8 knockdowns in the fight. Baranchyk came out very strong. That guy is physically just an animal, and he came out very strong and was landing some really good shots on Zepeda, knocked him down a couple times, even one, I think once in the second, Zepeda returned the favor, and then I think in the third or fourth he got him again. But Zepeda also had 3 knockdowns heading into the 5th round when he scored a monster knockout where he landed a left hand right down the pipe of Baranchyk, who was coming straight forward, and laid him out and folded Baranchyk. He knocked him out cold. So brutal fight, brutal knockout, and just very, very good. So we're gonna look both directions, start with the winner and see what's next for Jose Zepeda, the former 2-time world title challenger. Well, let's take a look now. Well, Zepeda, now there's already been some rumors of what he's gonna do next. He has lined himself up for another title shot with the WBC, and they're saying there was rumors of him possibly facing Jack Catterall, with the winner to fight the winner of Taylor Ramirez. Now that Catterall has accepted step-aside money and is in line to fight the winner of Taylor Ramirez, maybe they could coax him into fighting Zepeda. And I mean, what I think would be a logical choice would be mandate, make that, since they're both top contenders, make that for interim titles at one for the WBO and the WBC at the very minimum. That way those titles are locked down. When they fight, the winner becomes interim champ of both those governing bodies, and if the winner of Taylor Ramirez were to give up the undisputed title and move up in weight, which a lot of guys have done, then the winner of Zepeda and Catterall would become have 2 of the 4 world titles, would start off as a unified champ. That's a lot, but I think it's possible. I've seen it done before, and I think that's a smart move. But I don't know if Catterall wants to take the risk of fighting Zepeda, even though he's not afraid of fighting anybody. He is undefeated, but that would be a big step up, and Zepeda has just been on a roll. Following his performance against Jose Ramirez, where he almost pulled off that win last year, February 2019, dominated Pedraza over 10 rounds, clean 12-round decision, and now he has a brutal knockout win over a former champ and Baranchyk. I mean, this guy is just on a roll. He's lined up for something big, but you know what? He's not limiting his options to waiting around for a title shot. He straight up said that if he can't get a big fight next, that he'll fight the winner. He'll move back down to 135 and fight the winner of Lomachenko Lopez, which, I'm sorry, it's almost for sure going to be, in my opinion, almost for sure going to be Lomachenko. So would Lomachenko take a fight like that? That's the big deal. I don't know, but Zepeda is on a roll. No matter what, Zepeda's on a roll, and he has a world title shot coming soon. So whether it's against I think really what it's going to come down to is, after Taylor Ramirez, are those guys going to stay at 140? And then if Jack Catterall and Zepeda don't fight next while Taylor Ramirez are fighting, then the winner has to fight Catterall. That's just how it works. So would Zepeda wait around? Would the WBC title be stripped away from the undisputed champion and Zepeda get to fight somebody like Regis Prograis next? That's the big question. A lot of things are up in the air right now. The truth is, we really don't know. It really, in my opinion, lands on a couple things. If Lomachenko and Lopez, the winner of that, is interested in fighting Zepeda next, which again, I think it's Lomachenko. If they're interested in fighting Zepeda, that's a possibility. If the winner of that fight, or if Catterall is interested in an interim title fight for the winner to fight Taylor or Ramirez, would that interest Catterall? That's the big question. So Zepeda really has to wait around to see what other guys want to do next. But either way, he's lined up for a world title. You know, it could happen next. Could happen. He could stay busy, and then it happen after that. But this guy really put himself in a good position, knocking out Baranchyk cold the way he did. Just very, very impressive. And we'll see what goes on. But it's going to be big things for Zepeda. Now the question is, what's next for Ivan Baranchyk, the former world champion? Brutal knockout loss at the hands of Zepeda right here. He's lost 2 out of his last 3. How does this guy respond? Does he jump right back in? And, what do you do if you're Baranchyk? It really depends on what this knockout did to his psyche, what this knockout did to his pride. That's what knockouts like this come down to. Sometimes these guys aren't the same fighters because they can't handle losing like that. Should Baranchyk jump back into it? Honestly, I think a lot of guys, if they were getting bullied like Zepeda was, might have folded, because Baranchyk is physically just a dominant fighter. The way he came out was just, I thought Zepeda was done with, for a few minutes there. So, he kept counterpunching and responding, and he is a top tier fighter. But I think Baranchyk could definitely still make a dent, especially at 140. I think he can definitely make a dent. I wouldn't go, seeking a rematch, because 1, he probably wouldn't get it, and 2, after getting knocked out like that, I don't know if a rematch is wise right away. But with that being said, you never know what could happen. Baranchyk, in my opinion, probably comes back against lower level opposition, gets a win, gets some confidence back. But that's going to be a while. This is a tough knockout for him, knockout loss. I'm thinking Baranchyk probably April at the earliest, something like that, April to middle of 2021. There's no rush. In my opinion, he's still a top 10 guy because he almost pulled this one out. He scored 4 knockdowns himself. He was right there, and he had an opportunity to finish it, and he got caught. But nothing to hang his head about, because he was right there. He is a world-class fighter and a very tough son of a bitch. And you know what? My hat's off to him. This was a great fight. So, all right, guys, that's the what's next on Jose Zepeda and Ivan Baranchyk, who fought in the fight of the year on October 3rd on ESPN+. Go check it out. You will not be disappointed. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.